Okay, we're recording. I'm not going to hold y'all forever. Y'all know I don't like to keep y'all on here forever unless we just keep rambling. So, there's already 92 people and people are still flooding in. So, I'm guessing all y'all are in a funk. I mean, I think it's the season. I don't know, but we're going to talk about it. I just had this feeling. I think most of the time when I feel a certain way is when I bring something up. Because usually if you feel a certain type of way and maybe you've talked to somebody about it, maybe you haven't, but usually it's not just one person going through it. Usually, like maybe someone feels like they're struggling with recruiting or with a schedule or with whatever. Usually you're not the only person going through it. So the thing is, I could have kept quiet and not been real about what I've been going through, or I was like, you know what, Wednesday's topic is about funks. And then look how many people were like, okay, yep, I need this. So that's the thing. And that's what I want to bring up really quick. When you're going through something or when you feel some type of way, or like, I just want you to be real about it. I want you to talk about it because that's being relatable. And that's all we do with this business too. That's all you're doing with the business side and the product side of this business. You are not the only person going through something. When you open up about these things, that's when it relates to others. So I want you all to think about that too. Okay, so I think it's the season. I think it's I don't know if it's exhaustion, but I think it's just this year has been hell. We don't know what's coming next. And we've pushed through and we've persevered, and maybe you are where you want to be, maybe you're not where you want to be at this point, maybe your checks are what you want them to be, maybe they're not. But I think everyone just needed a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of, because you all know you're not going to get on here and I'm going to say, okay, here's your problem, I need you to go do this and that, and you're fixed, everything's going to be good. Y'all know that's not what happens. But I wanted everyone to know that you're not alone. We are in this together. We're all going through it. Like I said, I think it's a season. I think it's just been one hell of a year. We don't know what's coming next. We don't know I don't even know what's happened this year. Like, I don't know if you've seen that meme on Facebook where it's like, just naming all these things, and it's like history teachers in 2030 trying to talk about what happened in 2020, because you just can't sum it up. So I think it's the same thing with business. I think that we have life going on. We have mom life. Maybe you just have pets. Maybe you work a job. Maybe you quit your job. Maybe you were forced to work from home this year and you try to work this business and you just try to do all the things. And it's a lot. And it's okay to admit that. It's okay not to have it all together. It's okay. I don't have it all together. I swear I tell my team every day, I'm like, hey, I'm catching up today. I'm always catching up. Always. My life is playing catch up. But and teachers, I can't even relate to y'all. I don't even know what y'all are going through. Like, I just can't. My kid's virtual this year and it's been rough. So I think that it's just all the things, and we came to this point where it's like, do we blame us? Do we blame the world? Do we blame the business? And I think a lot of us are like, the easy out is to say it's the business, right? The company's not good. The business isn't working. This isn't for me. That's the easy out, right? That's the quickest excuse you could come up with. Makes sense. Then it doesn't have to fall back on you, right? You don't have to use any excuses. It's not because you're not dedicated. It's not because you're not committed. It's not because you aren't doing all the things. You're already doing so much. It's got to be the business. It's not you, right? But that's the easy out. We can wake up today, and I'm guilty of this too. I won't lie to you all. You all know I will be so real. Not that I've thought about quitting. I haven't came to that point. But I've came to the, oh, well, it's just hard. I think sometimes it's so simple that it's hard. It's so simple to go and do your IPAs. We know what to do every day. but it's so simple. It's so easy to push off. So you skipped a day doing your IPAs, and then the next day, and then you took a break. Hold on. And then it's been a week. And then you kind of want to jump back in. So you post some stories. I'm sorry, y'all. You kind of want to post a few stories. You kind of got inspired. You took your capsules this morning. You had a little energy and you were like, okay, let's work today. So you do a little bit of work. But like I said, you're not. But you're already juggling all the things. So like I said, this goes on the back burner. It's not always a priority. Or maybe you are the person that is committed and you do work your business every day. But are you getting creative with it, or are you going through the motions? Because that's easy to do too. So there's so many different ways that we can get to this point. Like I said, you're putting things off so you're not doing anything, but you're on your phone all day, so you felt like you worked all day and you didn't get nothing from it. Or you are doing your consistent actions every day and you are committed and you are making it happen, but you weren't getting creative. You're just running through the motions. You know, like when you kiss your husband before he goes to work or something. Do you remember that kiss? Was it like a great kiss, or was it just like you ran through the motions, kissed him, said, love you, bye, and that was it? Is that how you're working your business? All these things put us in this, like, funk's the only word that I can really come up with, I guess. It all comes down to just being in a funk. Exactly. We're all going through the motions. We've been going through the damn motions all year long. And here it is. We're over halfway through October. And now you're kind of sitting back like, well, wow, what did I accomplish this year? And now you're being hard on yourself. And now you're like, I'm not where I want to be. Or maybe you did hit some great milestones this year, but then now you're just feeling like, I'm exhausted. I don't want to do anything. So you're not. So like I said, you're either not doing what you're supposed to be doing every day, but you feel like you're on your phone all day. So you feel like you're working, but you're not. Or you're running through the motions, but you're not being creative. So you're not having fun and you're bored. So there's so many different ways to do this, but I know, and I'm gonna have Kiana share too, if she wants to. But I know one thing that we were talking to our leaders about the other day is right now it's got to be a creative time. You've got to be creative. You've got to have some fun. I don't care what your fun is. Is it reading a book? Is it taking pictures? I don't know what your fun is, but you've got to figure it out. For me, like, it's time for my youngest's birthday, and then my other daughter's birthday's next, and then we're trying to plan like a Thrive get together. That's fun for me. That's what gets me excited. So this time of year is when we have to do something to get, I don't know, excited. You're so bored, you don't know what else to do. You don't even want to do it. Kiana, do you want to share anything, or are you good? Okay. I think, like I said, I think we just come to this point where you're being hard on yourself. I failed to do a lot of things and forced myself. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with comments too. Force myself to work. And that's another thing. We have came to this point where we force ourselves to work instead of enjoying it. So it's like, I got to go message some people. I got to post. I got to whatever. It's never like inspired. Like, oh my gosh, I took this cute picture. Now let me write a cute caption. Do y'all get like that anymore? Are y'all excited to post? Or is it always like, I got to do it? Because we're running through the motions with the rest of our life too. Oh, I got to take care of these kids. Oh, I got to go to work. This is just, will you stop? This is just something added into your schedule. And at this point, you're like, why am I even doing it, right? Maybe your check's $25 and you're really like, why am I doing this anymore? Why am I stressing myself out? Mommy. But does it have to? Go wipe it off. Go, here. But does it really have to be an extra stress? Oh, my baby. Does it have to be extra stress though? Do you have to guilt trip yourself every day? Because I think that's where we're struggling. I think it's turning into like, we wake up and I'm excited to take them. So if you're not excited to take your products, and that's something, I don't know what, you got to figure that out. I'm genuinely excited to wake up every day and take my capsules. And then when they kick in, I'm still in that good mood and I'm reading, but then like my kid starts messing, or I have 50 messages to write back to, or one person on my team messaged me and they're in a mood, or somebody's not unmuted. You know, just all these things start coming and coming and coming. And then it's like, why am I doing this? Why? We start to let the negative add up, right? I don't know what it's called, that moment when you take your capsules and they kick in. I don't know how to describe that moment, but that's like the best moment of the day, I guess. But that's wore off at this point, right? Now we're over it. We're done for the day. We're tired of doing all the things, because that's been me. I'm tired of juggling all the things, doing all the things. And like I said, it maybe your checks are great. Maybe you're making $500 a week. That doesn't mean that you're not going to get in a funk. The person on here that's making $5 a week versus 500, there's no difference between you two. Because that's not what I'm here to talk about tonight, really. It's not about, like, I know we have these things we're running towards, like this goat promotion and stuff, and maybe it fires you up a little bit, and I'm glad things fire you up. But at the end of the day, that goat promotion is going to go away. So are you still going to be here? Are you still going to be fired up for your business? You have to figure out, I don't want to say find your why, because, you know, we talk about that so much, but you have to figure out why you want to do this. Not like why you do this. Obviously, you got to pay and feed your kids or whatever. But like, why do you want to do this? What were you drawn to? Was it the community? Do you like to show up and talk to people? Like, there's so many girls on my team, we just talk every day, even about family issues or whatever. That's why I like to show up. The moment that I'm like, oh, I don't want to post on my stories, I think, oh, well, my team might want to see it. Or somebody will message me and they'll say, oh, I wait all day for you to post pictures or videos of Ariana. She's just so sassy. That's why I show up. So I want you to figure out why you're doing this every day. Like I said, it's not like, oh, I got to pay my bills, obviously. I want you to figure out why you like to do this. Because at the end of the day, it's not about just paying your bills. You can go get a job and do that. But you chose this company and these products and this community, specifically this one right here. So why? I need to grow my following. Okay, so y'all need to figure out how to grow it the way that you like it. Are you in groups that you like to be in? I'm in this group. I'm not going to say the name of it, but I'm in this group. I'm not even a group person, okay? I don't like groups. I don't do mom groups. Y'all, if you are in a mom group, you know how that is. But I'm in this group somebody added me to a couple weeks ago, and it's just posting. They post their houses, like the inside of their houses, their living rooms and stuff. And it inspires me to change my living room. But guess what? I need money to change my living room. I need money to buy new decor. It inspires me to have like a new workstation. Like, oh, how can I post my shake today on my story? It inspires me to change things up. Obviously, that lights a fire. So home decor. That can be one of my branding things. But that's why I like to get on social media. So that's where I add from. That's where I find new friends. I like that. That actually is fun for me. So when it comes to you growing your network, is it because you're running through the motions and you're just on Facebook and you're like, oh, I got to add. Well, that's not what we're supposed to be doing anyways. We want to find our people. That's how we relate to people. That's the point of getting in your messenger and talking to people and relate. Like, I don't want you to come to my story and say, I like your lipstick if you don't like my lipstick. That's why we say build genuine connections and genuinely talk to people. Because if I go tell Rebecca that I like her hair, but I don't like her hair, our conversation's going to go nowhere. We have to have something to talk about. If I don't relate to that person, I don't engage. I usually delete. But I think that we're so caught up in this running through the motions, add people, message people, engage with people, that we're just doing it, but we're not paying attention to what we're really doing, or we're not adding people that we really want to talk to. So we make this just, it's not a game. It's not something that we play or have fun with. It's just something that you're working at like a 9 to 5. You're working it like you have a boss watching you. Like M's sitting here watching us like, are you messaging people? Are you adding people? She's counting our friends list every day. Why are we doing that? Why are we making it so hard? Why can't we just show up and have fun with it? Go take some pictures. Me and Kiana had a branding shoot the other day. We had a blast. Did we get a paycheck for going to do that? Not really, no. But the content, we were inspired, and now we have content to post. We're excited about our pictures, and we can flow with the writing for our posts too. Something we enjoy doing. You have to figure out what you enjoy doing in life. What do you like to do? So many of us are moms and we think that we can't put anything else on our plates, and we probably can't. We probably are going to have to stay up till midnight to do something for ourselves. But I don't care. You know, we're preached to all the time, or I was in my last company, don't watch TV. You don't have, there's no BV in TV. I don't know if you're with that company, you know what I'm talking about. But don't watch TV. Don't do this. We'll sleep when we're dead. Like, y'all know we don't preach that here. But if you like Netflix, watch freaking Netflix. I still watch Grey's Anatomy. I watch it while I work. It just makes me happy. It calms me down. I don't know why, but I have no shame in it. And I think that's another thing. You all are trying to fit in this box. Maybe you're trying to be like M or me or Brittany or whoever, but you're not. You have to be you. That's another reason why we get so burnt out. We're looking left and we're looking right to see what this person's doing. And maybe you posted some stories, but then you went to mine and you're like, oh, hers are prettier. I don't like them. I don't like mine anymore. Why? Then you took the fun out of making your own stories. You go post a post and then you look at mine and you're like, well, mine's not like hers. You're right, because we're not the same. Now, believe me, I do the same thing. Heck, there's people on Instagram all the time where I'll post my stories and then I'll look at theirs and I'm like, well, that ain't nothing like theirs, but okay. Then that took the fun out of it. Now I'm in a mood. Or maybe on Tuesday, I look at my paycheck and I'm like, oh, well, that's good. And then I look at somebody else's and they blurred out some of it, but it's 6 figures. And I'm like, well, then what was the point in me working? But why do we do that? Why can't we just be happy with who we are? Why can't we just show up as who we are, run our business the way we want to run our business? If you don't, and I'm not going to go into this tonight, but like, if you like to go live, go live. You don't have to go live about the business all the time. Go live and cook. Go live with your kids at the park. Why are you overcomplicating everything? This business is literally fitting it into your life. I post videos of my kids at softball. Maybe you don't even have kids. That's fine. That's why we're not the same. But you're doing the most, but you're not doing anything at all is the problem. You're going to my stories and screenshotting them and then putting them up in your story. And then, which I don't care about that. I'm just saying. And then that's all you did to work your business, but you posted on your story so you felt like you worked today. But then next Tuesday hits and you're like, well, why is my check $20? I posted all those stories last week. But did you talk to anyone? Did you show up as yourself? Like I went on my stories the other day because I have someone that comes and cleans my house every week now. And I went on there because I felt like, I don't know if somebody thought that about me, but I felt like somebody was thinking, oh, well, she can't handle it all. She can't clean her house. She must be less of a woman. She's not a good mom. Mommy. If she pays someone to, I don't care what anyone thinks about me. Those 3-4 hours, yes, child. No, I'm not taking, you can't brush my hair right now. It probably won't even go through my hair right now. It's fine. I don't care. You have to get to this point where you don't care what people think. You have to show up the way that you are, or you're not going to get anywhere. And I'll be honest, you cannot show up and try to be perfect on social media. You can't pretend that you're not co-parenting. You can't pretend that your house isn't a freaking mess. You can't pretend that you work this perfect business and everything comes to you. So yeah, somebody comes and cleans my house and I post about it every week. I'm proud of that. I don't care. Because that 3 or 4 hours that she's cleaning my house, I was able to sit on my couch and get work done. Or maybe I was able to go take the kids to the park because I'm not irritated because my house is dirty. I have no shame, and I went on my stories and talked about that. There's things like that all the time though. Like I haven't had a shower in like 3 days. I don't care. I mean, I care. Let's be honest. I care. I want to go take a shower now. But I mean, it is what it is. But you have to talk about these things. You're in a funk because you're tired of doing the same thing over and over again and seeing the same results. And you can relate that to whatever you're doing or not doing. Whether you're working your business the same way every day and you're still not seeing results, it's because you need to switch it up. And that's what we talked about the other day, switching it up. Do you post this certain way? Try something else. Do you use this preset? Try something else. I don't care what you switch up, but you got to switch something up. Something's not working. I don't care if it is working for you. Keep doing that and then try something else. Because you're going to keep going in this circle over and over and over again. You have to decide to find and try something new. Exactly. You're going to keep going in this circle over and over again until eventually you're just done and you don't want to show up at all. And then what? You wasted all your time. We don't, spend money on crap here, so it wouldn't be wasting money. But what, child? Okay. Kiana, do you have anything to share before I keep going?
Yeah, that was super good. I'm sitting here like I didn't even know what was about to happen tonight, and we talked about this already. So I wanted to just pick up, I guess, where you left off. So something for me is like I'm not the most creative person. I'm not the best with making stories and learning apps. Like as long as the old app is still working, like I'm going to continue pushing it until the wheels fall off. Like that's it. I don't want to, I mean, I'll learn new things. I don't mind to learn. I'm a sponge when it comes to learning. But I don't want to learn a new app that does things when I have an old app that still does them. Now, if the old app is, not working anymore, then cool, I'll switch to another one. But if I don't have to, I'm not going to. And so what we were talking to our team about the other day is that you can't step into that next season of your life being the same person that you were before. So you can't go into that next season where you are making, 5 figures or whatever your goals are. Like you can't go into that next season. How they say you can't make 6 figures with the minimum wage work ethic. Okay, you can't step into any version of yourself with the same baggage, the same little tricks that you used to use. Let me tell you, any tricks that I used to have when it comes to social media, running a business, anything, none of them work anymore. I've had to constantly reinvent myself every 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. It might be 3 to 6 months, but I'm constantly having to switch things up. I don't ever wear makeup. I don't ever get dressed. I don't like to put makeup on and take pictures. But like she said, we went and did a branding shoot and it pumped us up. No, we didn't get paid for it, but it pumped us up. And so that's part of me switching it up because I'm not that person who wants to go take pictures and have to get all ready and go get my makeup done and make sure my hair looks good. And I was in a mood the day before. I was just like, I'm mad that we even did this, but I'm glad that we did. And that's where me and her hold each other accountable is because I will be that person who is so disciplined that I do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I don't necessarily get burnt out. I just get bored and I get tired of doing it. And it's small little tweaks like going and taking pictures with your kids or doing a branding shoot or switching, that's what my next goal is finally switching to using the Over app. Like Chris has been using it for the longest. And I'm like, well, Unfold is still working. So it's fine. I'm not switching to Over. But guess what? I'm tired of Unfold and the way that their fonts look. So I'm about to, even with the new fonts, I'm still tired of how the fonts look. So I need to switch to Over. That's my next thing. And whenever you do get bored on social media, you get bored with this or get bored with that, find a new platform, find a new, like what you guys were just talking about reels and stuff, find something else to do that makes it fun again for you. If it is getting in groups and adding people from those groups, if it is, whatever it is, like you just got to switch it up because you cannot go to the next level with the same version of yourself, the same, whether it's mindset, whether it's just your daily IPAs, you can't do the same IPAs. If you've been telling everybody the same, like happy birthday message, switch it up. Voice message them happy birthday, like yell it at them. If you've just been, sending the same little emojis whenever you're interacting on stuff and you're like, oh, I love your shirt. I love this. I love that. Switch it up. Ask different questions. Now, instead of complimenting this person on the way that their house looks all the time, go to their page, go to their stories, see what they have going on, and then talk to them about something else. Like stop. We run towards really what's comfortable. We run towards what's easy. We run towards what's simple. We run towards what works for us. But what worked for us last month or 3 months ago or earlier this year is not going to continue working for us the rest of this year and the beginning of 2020 and summer or 2021, the beginning of the year, the summer, the next holiday season. What I was doing last October is not going to work now. What I did with the first $25 promo or whatever of the year is not working. You know, it didn't work with the last one. What I did to achieve GOAT last time is not going to get me there this time. And that's what I had to break out of, because I like routine. I like repetition. It makes it so much easier to do when I know what to get up and do. Like she said, you take your capsules. I don't think I've ever missed a day of capsules. The one day I think I tried it, she had to bring me some at 7 something in the morning. I felt like I got hit by a truck. I didn't know what to do. I was like, do I go to the emergency room? Do I call my best friend? You call your best friend, you know, she's got you. So, but I always take my products. I like routine. I like consistency. Like, it makes it easy. And then especially when you've got leaders, you know, they're like, be consistent, be consistent. I'm like, boom, got it. I am. No problem. No worries. I'm there. Consistency is key, but consistency is not going to take you there either. You need to consistently be switching things up as well and implementing new things as well. It's not just be consistent in those same 10 things that you do every day. That's what I take it as. I'm like, okay, I'm consistent. Then what? Well, when you're consistently consistent doing the same consistent activities consistently over and over again, it does get boring. And I didn't get burnt out by any means. Like I said, I just got bored. And you know you're bored when other people notice that you're bored. Krista and Brittany both were like, Kiana's bored. She needs more to do. She needs more leadership roles. She needs to speak on more training. She needs to have more responsibility. She needs to switch things up. So they actually saw it before I did. I'm like, what's wrong with me? I'm falling apart, you guys. Like, I need to like get back into my personal development. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm completely thrown off. They pointed out, you're bored. And it took a few times of me hearing that and realizing, like, what do I do every day? The tasks I'm able to do with my eyes closed, you know, like I'm able to just kind of do them while the time passes, while, like she said, you're watching Netflix or sitting in the parking lot somewhere, whatever. Like, I'm able to just do those without even thinking. And so I need something that's going to keep me on my toes in order for me to stay excited, in order for me to show up as the version of myself that I'm wanting to become. And so that's really what it was for me, is like, I am the most consistent person. Like, you don't have to tell me twice, Kiana, do these 5 things. It's going to make you successful. I'm going to do those 5 things. I'm not going to miss a beat. I didn't miss a beat on my wedding day. I've never missed a beat when I'm sick. It does not matter. I'm showing up, but that's still not going to get you there. You've got to make it fun. And that's what I did, is I drained the fun out of it. I drained the excitement out of it by doing the same thing over and over, thinking Unfold was going to get me there. Well, Unfold's boring to me now, thinking that these same things. So I had to start creating stories. That is my number one thing that does not light me up, is making stories. But that's because I was trying to do it the same way. Like she said, you're trying to fit in everybody else's box. That's what I was doing. Well, my stories don't look like Chris's. And I do use Chris's stories. First of all, she's my best friend. What's mine is hers. But I use her stories when I know that mine need a break and I need to make some new ones. So I'll use hers in between using my own that I created. And so I've gotten better about that. I already used our pictures from the branding shoot that we got back yesterday afternoon. I've already used them to make new stories. Every time I get my nails done, I take new boomerangs, new product pictures, new everything. And I will go ahead and like pre-make some stuff. I'll do different angles, whatever. Like, they're quick morning boomerangs, and I'll just take a few of them. And that way my nails are at least different. Because before, you would see my hands looking how they did 6 nail appointments ago. Like, I did not switch anything up. And so it's just more recent that I've been trying to tap into those like creative flows and stuff like that, because it will get boring. You will lose your fire. And that's with anything. Like she said, if you're at work and you're just going through the motions at work just to get through your day, that's kind of what I had gotten to. And so she's like, you want to do a branding shoot? Yep. You want to do this? Yep. I just signed myself up for whatever, because I need that excitement that I didn't really know that I was missing. So if you are in what we like to call that magic F word, the funk, that's probably what you need to do. It's probably not that you lack discipline. You probably could be consistent if you liked it. How many of you, if you are still working, or if you're not working when you were, I used to tell myself this all the time, I could show up for work if it was like X, Y, and Z. If I didn't have to be here so early, if I didn't have to stay so late, if it wasn't so hot in here, if I didn't have to do this all day, I would make all these excuses. But now that I have those things, I'm still going through the motions. It's like, well, I'd like my job more if blank, blank, blank. Okay, well, I have blank, blank, blank now. I'd like my job more if I didn't have to be here at 8 o'clock. Okay, well, I don't have to clock in for this at 8. I can clock in whenever I want. So why am I still going through the motions like it's not exciting anymore, even though I have everything that I used to ask for in a job, like a quote unquote job. I have everything that I used to ask for. If my boss wasn't so hateful, I'd like my job. Well, I don't have a hateful boss anymore. So why do I still not like my job? Why am I still just going through the motions as if I hate my life and I hate my job? So that's what it boils down to, is just switching it up. What were you doing, or what have you been doing? So if you're a person like me and you're very disciplined and you've been doing the same thing for the last 3 months, the last 6 months. So that's one type. And now if you're a person that is constantly kind of in and out, you're not really consistent, you don't really know what you've been doing for the last 3 months, 6 months, year, whatever, or maybe you're new. You don't know like really what you've been doing because you've kind of been in, you kind of been out, your schedule's changed, COVID ruined everything, whatever. You're either super disciplined or maybe you're kind of all over the place. Either way, how can you switch it up moving forward? What can you do differently? I know when I hit my 12K, what I had done differently is I started reading. And I don't enjoy reading. I enjoy the peace that quiet reading time brings me. And then the fact that I'm learning on top of that. And so whatever you were doing or slacking on doing or whatever, it's not like, here, take this list of IPAs and go do it. How can you mold them to make them you? And how can you make it fun for you? How can you integrate those things about your brand and your story and your style, the things that make you you? How can you integrate that with your IPAs to where it is fun for you? Do you need to go live and do an unboxing and talk about your products or whatever when you're cooking because you enjoy to cook? Then do that. Go live when you're cooking if that's what you like. If you like to get on your stories right after a workout because you really love working out and stuff, do that. Do whatever way fits your brand and your style the most. Like Krista said, she really likes home decor and stuff like that. So she likes it. She doesn't want to take new product pictures, but she will if she just found a cute idea for a background for some product pictures, then she'll want to take some. So whatever little tweaks that you have to make. If you, I don't know, don't like to show up unless you get to, or if you like makeup, make going live an excuse to do your makeup or to take some pictures or whatever. Like, make an IPA fun and exciting for you by blending it with something that you really enjoy doing. Krista, you want to end it? Hold, please. Oh, my baby. But yeah, so that's kind of what we have been talking about, though, is just whatever you were doing 3 months ago, just it might be working for you, it might not be. Either add on to it and make it fun, or completely just chuck the idea as a whole and try something new. Like I said, Unfold still works just fine, but I need to switch it up because that's what's going to make me want to go make stories. Are those pretty fonts on over? That's what's going to make me want to do stuff.
So that was the main thing that I want. I don't ever want to. I can't. Okay. I don't ever want to come on here and give you all like, oh, if you do these 5 things every single day, I'm going to beat her. I promise I am. Hold, please. I can't deal. I'm about to go in a whole nother room. So anyways, I don't ever want to come on here and make you all think, yep, we're about to be in the bathroom. So it's fine. I don't ever want to come on here and make you all think like, if you do these 5 things absolutely every day, you're going to be the most successful person. Your checks are going to be $5,000. Like, if someone tells you that, then they're lying to you. And y'all know I have to come on here and I have to be real, because I feel like at the end of the day, you have to figure out, and I know we talk about it all the time, you have to figure out what works for you. What Kiana does may not work for you. What I do may not work for you. But you also can't figure that out, but then still go to my page and be like, wow, well, Chris is killing it and I'm not. Then you can't compare where you don't, what's the saying? Where you don't compete. Is that what it is? Because we're not in a competition, but you know what I mean. Like, if we're not on the same level, if we don't do the things the same, if you're a dog mom and I don't have a dog, if you don't have kids, we're not on the same page. You can't compare your journey to mine. You can't compare your page to mine, or your daily to-do list, or your whatever. You have to figure out what works for you, because maybe I send out 30 messages a day or something. Is that going to freak you out? Or are you going to try and do it and then burn yourself out? That's the problem. We're trying to do all the things and we end up doing nothing. We're trying to do 50,000 things instead of 5 consistent things a day and get creative and get excited about something. We're trying to do everything that everybody else is doing. Maybe Brittany goes in the group and she shares a tip and it's like, say this to this person or whatever. So everybody does that, but you don't feel like that's you, but you continue to do it and you continue to do it and then you're tired of it. So what are those things for you? What are you doing every day that's not serving you? Or what are you not doing that you're avoiding? What are you tired of? And you need to take note of these things in all of your life. Y'all know I get on here and I'll talk about whatever. I tell my team all the time, I'm not here to help you be successful in this business. I'm here to help you be successful in life. And if this business contributes to that, then great. If this is how you make money to do what you do, then great. But at the end of the day, these are the things. Are you burnt out in your marriage, in your mom life, in your house? Do you need to change your whole house up? What are you burnt out in? Why has your life got so repetitive that you don't even want to show up to it? I love my life, but it's only because that I've the changes that I've made. What I've realized that I don't like, or what I was saying yes to that I didn't really want to say yes to, or the people that I was talking to daily that I didn't even want to talk to, the people that I was surrounding myself with that brought me down instead of up. So what are you doing in your everyday life that's not serving you? That's what you need to figure out. Because at the end of the day, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you're half-assed cleaning your house, you're half-assed working your business, you're half-assed in your marriage, that goes for everything. You can't half-ass your marriage and think you're going to go all in on your business. You can't half-ass your social media and think that your paycheck is going to be amazing. You have to figure out what you want, who you are, where you want to go, where you want to be, who do you want to surround yourself with? What do you want in this life? What are the things that you wanted in 2020 that you didn't achieve? Okay, why? What really held you back? The business? Was it the business? Or your 9-to-5 job? Or was it you? Was it your consistent daily actions that took you nowhere? Or was it your inconsistency because you didn't even do the daily actions? That's what I want you to figure out. You're in a funk because of the things that you keep doing or the things that you're avoiding. So I know this is a lot tonight, but like I said, I don't want you to just be aware of the things that's working or not working in your business. I want you to figure out your life, because at the end of the day, that's what the business is. You incorporate it into your life. It's a part of your life. It's not your whole life. It's just a part of it. You just incorporate your life into the business. That's it. Who you are on social media is who you are with or without the business. Don't show up perfect because you run a business now, when everybody knows you look like this every day. Show up who you are as you are. So, Kiana, you got anything else to share? Are you good? Okay. I hope this helped. I know she's having a fit. I don't care. I don't have no guilt because she's up in my butt 24/7. She will be fine for 5 minutes. I don't care. But anyways, I hope this helped. Like I said, I didn't come on here and say, do this, this, and this, and you're going to be good to go. Your whole life's going to be changed and you're out of your funk tomorrow. But I do want you to realize what you're doing, these patterns that you're repeating, these things that you're going through, and change them. So I love y'all. If you figure these things out, message me, tell us in the group, whatever. So I hope y'all have a great night.